Hey folks, welcome to the Pipnotic Symposium for the 5th of December 2019. Today we're going to talk trades and positions, and we have a few on. You can see we have the Euro Pound, Euro Kiwi, Pound CAD, and the Pound Yen. So we have a look at those. So we've got a few trades open, about $200 in profit. If we have a look at the first one, this is the Pound CAD. Let's find that one and find out why. And we took that. Here, so we zoom out a bit. Probably see it. Yeah, I mean the reason we took this is because we had a very nice departure from here. Zoom in a little bit, get rid of that, see if we can see all the price action. There we are. So we had this little price module, so price kind of drifted lower and we managed to cut away, and it all originated from this area here. Okay, you could argue that it's from here, from the high, kind of like the top of the wicks up to here, something like that, and that would be perfectly valid as well, because the slingshot was essentially pulled back to kind of around here. I don't know if we got up there. No, we didn't quite get there, so we probably would have missed that, but we might be having another push higher, so maybe we'll kind of poke into that area before we continue lower. So that's working for us. And then we have this one here, which is the sorry, I'm messing up my charts. So euro here, so we've got this one here, and this is a nice kind of just a daily demand and price poked into it, and this will take some days, I think, to mature, but you can see that we do have opposing something over here, so kind of above where these wicks are. I think we'll see price turn around if it does stop here. The reason we chose this level is because price had just a really nice cut away from this area and originated from these two accumulation candles. So it looks pretty interesting, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. If we have a look at the Pound Yen, where are you, Pound Yen, we have this here. If we scroll, you can see we eyeballed this little price nodule. Price came down, moved sideways, and then we cut away. Okay, and it all originated from here. So wait and see what happens once price gets there. Zoom in a little. Price gets it. You could argue there's a lot of trading in this area, and you'd be right. There is a lot of trading there, but price did manage to move away. We had two strong pushes lower, and so we might get enough of a move to at least reduce risk or take something off the table. We'll have to wait and see. This is still early, so we still have to give this another 4, 5, 6 pairs, or at least wait till the US session opens to see what happens there. We have this one here. This is a Euro Pound. Euro Pound, Euro Pound, Euro Pound. Where's the Euro Pound? Here's a Euro Pound. And this is based on, this is a 4-hour demand, so let's go to the 4-hour chart and have a look. I still can't see it. Zoom out more. We can't, so we'll have to look. So this was based on this little pullback. Price kind of moved up like that, kind of away from the area, and hasn't been back since then. So I have to wait and see. I might have gotten in a little early, because, well, obviously we did, because price is moving through. But so I'm thinking, I mean, here we have price went down, moved sideways and left, so the slingshot was actually pulled back to here. So you could do something like that. Let's leave that on there just to keep an eyeball on it in case we get stopped out, so we have something to... Oh, wait a minute, completely wrong. Okay, this is what we're looking at. So we're looking at this one here. This little one here. Price went up, pulled back, and then left. Okay, so that's interesting, but notice that we are kind of feeding into the parent. We have the parent, we have the child. So the parent's about here. So we could go, let's move it like that. Okay, here we have kind of a level on top of another level. Here we have kind of the low, departure, accumulation. So a couple of continuation patterns. This is the stronger one of these ones, which is why I put my stop below this, because I didn't want to knock it into the trade, but at the same time I wanted to make sure that there was enough room for price to move down to this level and bounce and then move away. So we have those two moving, and they're both progressing pretty nicely. The profit trades are still in profit, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But I'm just going to log on to to another account, and then we can have a look at some new levels that we have. Okay, so let's have a look. So we had this pattern here. This is on the first chart, the Aussie American dollar. Notice that we are pretty low, and so I mean we have to be careful selling because we are very low, but doesn't mean we can't sell. It just means we have to be a little bit careful. Okay, so if we focus on this, we do have this going on. So from the low to the high, we change this to the red. So this is where we're going to be selling from, and so we're picking supply at areas where price has not been back to in the sell side. So this is up here. So we're not selling here or anywhere else. We're waiting for price to move above here. In the beginning of the sell zone is the deepest pullback since then, which is here. And so we're just a little bit beyond that. So we have that there. If we have a look at what else we have, this is a pound American dollar. Kind of same kind of thing going, where we have from here to the low. Change color here, like that. And so here, buying, selling above here. So you don't want to be selling for a price any cheaper than the deepest retracement. Okay, the deepest attempt to move higher, which brings our attention to this one here, because we have this one here. We have super conservative trades on. The kind of risk reward is 1-to-1, but this is just like price can get filled, and then we can kind of see what happens once it gets filled. Okay, but that's what we have on that one there. So we have a few orders. We have this one here. Yeah, we have this area. Price went up, went down. If you see here, price went up, went down. We moved down. The slingshot was pulled back, and then we left. So the slingshot was pulled back to this area here, to the 83, 88 area, and price has not been back to that area yet. It's been back here, but it has not been all the way up to this one here. So I like this one here, and so we'll have to see what happens here. We don't really have any opposing demand until here, but we have to be a little bit careful because we are starting to form demand below price. So this might be a quick in and out, but we'll have to wait and see. Do we have anything on dollar franc? Yes, we do. We've got something here where we have this low and the high, so we're buying at demand, and you see we don't even know if we're going to get down here. We'll have to wait and see, but we do have some supply above, and I'd put probably supply kind of above here where these wicks are, maybe around here, because this is where kind of the price pulled back to before it left. We do have this kind of this selling area here at the 1.11. That's maybe the beginning of the sell zone. The high is just a little bit higher. And I just like this, the way that this price departed here. This is kind of on major demand, so on the bigger time frame I shouldn't be buying here, because this is, I'll show you what it is. Let's see, according to what we preach, we have this here: buy zone, sell zone. We're not allowed to be buying there, but we're doing it because we have a nice departure. So on the smaller time frame, this is valid, but ideally we want to be buying lower here in the green side. Okay, but this is the weekly chart, and so these trades can unfold on the smaller time frames. Okay, so we're waiting for price to have a deeper pullback. We had this nice area was formed, slingshot was pulled back, then we left, so we're just going deeper on that one. Go back to the 4 hour, have a look here, and we have this one here as well. Okay, a similar kind of thing that we saw on the euro franc. It's like looking for that deep retracement, a deeper retracement. The pound, what do we have here? Do we have anything here? No. We have that trade working out on the other account. We do have this one here. I put this on here. Price rallied, kind of pulled back. You see these wicks down here. This is kind of telling us where the beginning of the buy zone is, which is here. So we're just going a little bit deeper here at the 8200 area, roughly. So we do have this here. This is a nice area of demand. It's been tested once. This is the third test. We're probably going to go deeper. We'll see if we manage to hold. If we don't, we want to be below these pullbacks here, which is down here. And there's a 4 hour area, I'm guessing, because there's a blue box. Let's see if we can find that. The problem with MT4 is you often don't have enough data. So we don't have data here. Blasted platform. Here, this is why shows it because we had this push higher, slingshot was pulled back, and then we left. So this is kind of, there's not going to be any demand in here because price has already been here. So we're just looking at the slingshot where it's pulled back. So expecting a bounce there. I don't know if we're going to get one, but we're gonna try. We want to be below these pullbacks, okay? Because when price comes down, we're removing liquidity. Remember the pancakes? They're being removed as price moves down. This is kind of the top of a new plate. So we'll have to see what happens there. Anything here? Nothing there. Here we have this. Price went up, went down, pulled up, and then we left. And this is kind of like slingshot was pulled back before it left. And so I'm thinking we'll maybe have a bit of a bounce there, and we could move down to opposing demand. We don't have any demand until here, so we could move all the way down there. I'll have to wait and see. Okay, but I'm not going to go through all of these. I want to keep this video short. Go to the downloads and you can find the orders. All these orders are in there, so we can kind of follow along and see how we go. Okay, but I hope you this is useful. If you have any questions, please send them in or comment in the video. Thanks for watching.